Well, let's go live and talk about it. You dig? Oh, now get in the chat right now. Put your city and your state in the chat. Let me know your questions, anything you got to talk about. Put it upon the chat right now, and let's get into it. Shout out to everybody checking in, no matter where you're checking in from. We got some today's takes. Big Dog Chico, live and direct. If you haven't checked out the morning run yet, you should. Each and every morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. If you do, put a TMR in the chat. Let us know. We appreciate it. In the meantime, also in between time, get on the website and get you some merch. Get you some merch, Unc and Chico merch right now. Go to the website, uncandchico.myshopify.com. Log on, get you some. You got a lot of merch on there. Unc and Chico merch, Big Dog Chico merch, the morning run merch, and so on. Of course, we got to talk about, get my reaction to Shedeur Sanders and the news that's out there with him right now. Says Sanders suffered an injury during warm-ups, according to ESPN and Adam Schefter, and underwent an MRI to determine how serious it was. Looked like those results aren't in yet, but we are all speculating to see what's happening. Have some reports saying that Dylan Gabriel will get the start and Shedeur is unlikely to start. Also saying reports that it's still possible, per the return on the MRI and stuff, that Shedeur could still play. But it looks like that Dylan Gabriel, according to some reports, will get the start if he's healthy enough this Saturday versus the Eagles, or the Eagles, 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 Super Bowl champions. And here's some footage of Shedeur actually warming up right here. And it was posted online on their Facebook page, and it says he does look a little bit uncomfortable right here. If you look at him, it does look like he might have a strain or something. And if you have a strain in the obliques area as a quarterback, yeah, look at it. You can tell it's hurt. It could be like a sharp pain, almost like a stabbing pain or something. And he like, dang, bro, I might not be able to go to them. It's banging right there, man. Listen, man, this is the pros, bro. You ain't got to fight through that right now. Go get treatment and make sure you straight, at the end of the day. And that's what you have to do to make sure you be on the field, because you can't make the club in the tub. So it's best for you to get as healthy as you can while the other guys are getting healthy also. And you just had a good game coming off your first preseason game. So I would say, hell, let them other guys play for a minute. Prove themselves. Can they play up to par like you did? We'll see. My face looks shiny as hell right now. But we'll see. Can they play up to par like Shedeur Sanders did? Will they play themselves out of a position? Will they play themselves into a position? That's what I would like to see. But, of course, Shedeur is a competitor. And this guy here. Actually, I'm early. Of course, Shedeur is a competitor, and we know that he wants to be on the field no matter what. But at the end of the day, it comes a time where you just got to slow roll it. You got to take it and be precautionary about this injury right here. You saw what Jalen Hurts had to say when he said Shedeur approached him, and you saw what Hurts had to say, man. You got to be resilient in some cases. You got to be patient, and you have to work hard. And it's not going to necessarily come to you, but it'll happen for you. Let's see what Jalen Hurts had to say out of his own mouth. Super Bowl winning QB.
I keep the conversation intimate. We had a very lengthy conversation. He came to me and just, wanted to talk. And I'm always there, as said earlier, of giving my perspective on what I see and how I've gone about things. And ultimately, it takes a great deal of patience and hard work and a sense of resilience. You got to want it. You got to want it. And so I'm supporting him from where I am and wishing him nothing but the best with his opportunities.
That's big. That's I almost said big bro, but big homie, big bro, friend, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Jalen Hurts for being the guy that he is, the person that he is, and to offer his thoughts, his takes from his experience and all the things that he knows from being in the league and getting to where he has gotten so far as a young QB. So yeah, we've seen Shedeur battle back through injuries much more than this, I would say, in college. But like I just said, and like Jalen Hurts probably said also, no, you don't need to do that right now. Or even Joku probably told him in practice, you don't need to do that right now. Don't try to fight through this injury and then have it lingering on throughout the season, because we're going to need you, as Myles Garrett told Shedeur on the sideline. We're going to need you this season, and I'm sure they can foresee that, being that Myles Garrett been there for a while, and he's seen many QBs come through. I'm sure he sees something in Shedeur Sanders to make him say, man, we're going to need you. I know how this thing is. It's a business. Of course, we're going to run Joe Flacco first. Of course, we're going to give the Kenny Pickett and the rookie who got drafted in front of you all the chances they can have. But we see what we see in you. We know what we see in you. We know what we have. You passed the eye test and the sideline test, off the field test, so to speak, the way that you're meshing with the teammates, the way that you're being a leader as a young guy, the charisma, people following him and wanting to be around him, all of those things, like, you can't buy those things, those attributes, those characteristics. You can't buy those things. I got the light shining on me. Unc said I'm shining like hot dog water, shining bright like a Rihanna diamond right now. Oh, it's all good. That's that water. You gotta drink some water, dog. Get some water in your life. Stop drinking all them coffee and caffeine drinks. You feel me? Oh, now Crystal Wise Williams said, hey, Chico, I received my morning run hat and shirt. We'll be wearing it on the crew. Thank you so much. We appreciate you going to the website and ordering and getting yours. You also ordered back in the day with the Big Dog Chico merch, so I appreciate you. Make sure you send us a picture on your cruise so we can post it online and let everybody know that Miss Crystal Wise Williams is stunning like you know what on that cruise ship with her morning run merch on with the three-headed gang on there. Uncle Neely in the chat being Uncle Neely, doing what Uncle Neely does. All right. Also, so at the end of the day, y'all let me know what y'all think. Will Dylan Gabriel perform well in his game if he starts this weekend? No, he's coming back from that hamstring injury. We'll I don't think we'll see Flacco pretty much any in this preseason, if not the last game. Shedeur Sanders, if he doesn't play this game and the other QBs play, I don't think that'll be a bad thing. Let them play Shedeur. I don't think Shedeur can go out there and do too much more than what he showed last game that's going to impress people more than what he did last game. It'll be like, okay, we knew he could do that. We need to see what those other guys can do too. Meaning the Cleveland Browns going to have to figure out what they're going to do with their quarterback situation. You got Deshaun Watson coming back. You paying him over $200 million. You got Kenny Pickett, who you traded for. Dylan Gabriel, 3rd-round pick. Shedeur Sanders, 5th-round pick, most talented guy in that room. Then you got Flacco, who you brought in to be that bridge quarterback, mentor, or to get you through this season. What are you going to do? You're going to have to make a decision at some point, Cleveland, GMs, higher uppers. And that's why I feel like this weekend, you're telling those quarterbacks, listen, hamstring or not, dog, you might need to be ready to play. Because after this week, we need to be making a decision on who's going to be here and who's not, and start getting ready to game plan after next week, dog. Because why are we going to have 4 or 5 quarterbacks? What are we doing? What you doing? You taking up roster spots. It was a mistake this year to draft both of those guys, I think, when you know how talented Shedeur was. Well, we heard the owner say, okay, it wasn't my pick, it was the GM's pick. Well, the GM said, hey, man, he did one of those black man moves. Listen. Listen, I got to do my job. I know y'all going to fire me first. So while y'all not looking, when you get up and go to the bathroom, when you out the room, when you lacking a little bit, I'm going to do what I do to protect my arse. And that's what I think the GM did. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. They're not looking. We got a 5th-round pick. Shedeur still on the board. Man, we taking him right now. Bam. Press the button. Now we got him. I protected myself. I had to. They're not going to be looking at me saying that I drafted this guy in the 3rd round while this guy was still on the board and we didn't draft him. Hell no. What Uncle Neely say, bully it. Bully it. No, dog. Can't let that ride. So I see why the GM did that. I commend him on that. And we're going to see what the Cleveland Browns do. It's been, 30, 40 years? 30 years. About. Damn near approaching it. They had 40 quarterbacks over that time where they ain't have no production. Not for real. Shout out to Derek Anderson. Shout out to Flacco and what he did. But other than that, no real production. and we're gonna see where we go from there. Let me read a couple of comments real quick. Like Paris, oh no, it's free to hit that like button. Sabrina Blankenship said, Lolita in the building. Hey there, Crystal Wise Williams, Lolita Oz Bryant up in here. Willie Hughes, Echo That Media, Big Dog Skin looking amazing. Appreciate it. Good or bad. All right. So yeah, I just came on a little bit early to let y'all know my thoughts on this. This is my today's take on Shedeur Sanders oblique injury. Will we see Shedeur this Saturday, this weekend? Let me know what y'all think. I don't think they should put him in. Let those other guys play. They don't want to play. Get them out of the way and put in double S12. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like, subscribe, comment on other good stuff. The biggest dog of them all, Chico to the sea and the place to be, coming to you live and direct from the middle of the ocean. Shout out to all my people on the East Coast and the far West Coast. Please, once this live is over, get in the chat, get in the comment section, and put your city and your state in the chat. Let me know where you're checking in from. All right. Until next time, y'all can find us on the Morning Run or Uncle Chico Live. We're gonna be up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, I miss you.